Hey cleaners, Jonathan here at Night Knowledge. If you saw this week's Act 4 multiplayer video, then you would have seen me using what I like to call my Grenadier build. This build is for players that want to do some of the highest spike damage in the game, and you accomplish this through frag grenades. With incredible damage comes with a few drawbacks, including requiring you to be extremely careful throwing your grenades to make the best use of them. You'll need to hit the mutations while simultaneously avoiding hurting your teammates in the same blast. This build also heavily requires you to find throwable consumables. The best way to make use of this build then is if your own teammates drop your grenades for you. The best characters for this build are Hoffman, primarily because he has the extra offensive consumable slot, and other than him, Carly might be a good alternative because she is also able to sense nearby mutations and open containers quicker, hopefully finding more consumables. Back 4 Blood uses a deck building system to make a build. For those unaware, every build is made up of 15 cards, which you'll unlock through playing the game, completing missions, and spending supply points in supply lines. We'll now look at the cards that make up this build. The very first card in your build is always going to be your starter card, the card that you'll always start the game with, and should typically always be the most important card. So I've actually used Offensive Scavenger, a utility card that you'll get very early in the game, which allows you to sense nearby offensive accessories and causes, more importantly, more offensive accessories to spawn. So you'll need this so that you can actually find the frag grenades throughout the level once you've started using them up. The second, and possibly one of the most important cards as well, is Bomb Squad, a kind of late game card, but provides 100% explosive damage and also 35% explosive resistance. So that is very good. So when you actually hurt yourself by accident, you're not doing as much, but more importantly, making your frag grenades much more lethal. The third card, which I also feel like is at the very top of the importance list, is the double grenade pouch. It gives you +2 offensive inventory at the cost of decreasing your damage dealt by 10%. I've added Fire in the Hole. When you throw an offensive accessory, gain 20 temporary health and 20 move speed. You might think that this is kind of a weak card, and we'll see why it works in a moment. I have Combat Knife because one of the things about this build is that when you're preparing to throw your grenade, you need to be helping out your team. So part of that is using whatever gun you're comfortable with. And I feel like a combat knife to be able to instantly kill a Zed is always more important than just pushing them back, even though some people like to push back and then reload while doing so. In the heat of the moment, sometimes I feel like it's just better, but it also works for a different card that I have in mind. We have Improvised Explosives, once again, to increase our damage of all our accessories. It does decrease the swap speed, which isn't really a big deal. We have another one that increases our accessory damage and decreases the ammo capacity, not a big deal in my mind. We have Grenade Pouch, which is also always a really great card. If you have Hoffman, plus you have the double Grenade Pouch, that should be 4 offensive inventory slots. This will add 5, plus hopefully you'll get the offensive upgrades slots throughout the game. So you're looking at maybe 7 to 8, maybe 9 frag grenades that you can have just yourself. So here's Numb, a pretty late game card. You gain 15% damage resistance when you have temporary health. So we were talking about Fire in the Hole. So usually you're using grenades when things get hairy, when you need to take out something big and there's a lot of enemies around. So Fire in the Hole will give you the temporary health, and then at that point you have Numb. And then we have Face Your Fears. Gain 3 temporary health whenever you kill a Ridden within 2 meters. That's why we're taking Combat Knife. So yes, you hit less people around you, but at least you're killing them and then you're gaining health. This is also good when the Ridden are unaware of you. You can quickly run to them, stab them, and gain the 3 temporary health. Once again, that then synergizes again with the with numb. Now, the remaining, or these next 3 cards are for the fact that you can't fully rely on just grenades the entire match. Once again, you have to be able to help your team. And how do you best help your team? By attacking weak spot damage, and then being able to reload, but at the cost of aiming down sights. You can't aim down the sights. So since I picked mag coupler, I picked quick kill so that we can have better accuracy. So we're going to be doing hip fire, preferably with an SMG or a shotgun. Finally, there's pyro, and you're going to do 100% extra fire damage, and kills with fire grant you 3 temporary health. So this is great. Once again, synergizes with a lot of different cards, and then you can sense flammable objects as well. The last card in the deck is down in front. While crouching, you neither take nor deal friendly fire damage. It's a staple for any veteran or nightmare mode mission. So that concludes my Grenadier build. Let me know in the comments below what you would switch out to make the build more effective. Normally I would show some gameplay, but I'd recommend just checking out my Act 4 gameplay video, which shows how even one throw of a grenade can save a lot of time and ammo, especially in phase 2 of the boss. Check out the rest of my channel for other videos on Back 4 Blood, video games, board games, and other fun things. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.